One Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 triple Doppler.
Well, speaking of heating up, it just seems like this weather won't stop heating up.
Yes, we are really, climatologically speaking, at the peak
Yeah.
of summer heat as we close out July, head into early August, and it's almost like Mother Nature looked at the calendar and said, you know what, I'm going to deliver on that. Earlier this week, of course, we had the hottest weather of the season so far. Next week, I think we're going to exceed it. Let's kind of talk about why. And this is often the case for big, prolonged heat waves during the summer months. A big dome of high pressure. We've already had one of those early this week. It has weakened just a little bit, but it is going to re-exert itself and flex its muscle heading into next week. Again, pretty well over the same areas. Limited rain, so the chances for wet weather do go down, even more so than what we even picked up today. And we're going to see even more heat on the way heading into next week. Temperatures may flirt with 100, and when you combine that with the high humidity, which is not going to change between now and the middle of next week, we're looking at a heat index trend that you're probably not excited about. I know I'm not. 106 is what it may feel like again on Monday, and I think maybe as early as Sunday, but definitely by Monday, we're likely going to be back into heat advisories here across North Alabama. And because we get close to that excessive heat warning criteria, which is 110 or higher on the heat index, I think there's a good chance that by Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, we may be looking at some heat warnings. So bottom line is it's been bad and uncomfortable, and it's likely to get a little bit worse by the middle of next week before that heat index starts to trend downward again, looks like towards the end of next week. The heat impacts are likely to reach a peak again by midweek. This is just looking at Wednesday, and you start to see some of this purple color showing up across portions of southern Tennessee and North Alabama. This is when it really becomes critical that you are taking those heat precautions, and of course we'll be reminding you of that as we get closer and head on into next week. Again, that's going to be the main story, although there will still be a little bit of rainfall tomorrow, but right now there's nothing on 31 triple Doppler, and even with the wet weather that we expect popping up on your Friday, and even a few of those showers and storms hanging on to the weekend, I don't think stormy weather is necessarily going to be a big part of our weather story going forward. We take you overnight tonight, should remain quiet through tomorrow morning. Here's early on your Friday, some patches of clouds out there. Future radar showing maybe a shower or two, so won't rule that out, but at the same time, I don't think there'll be much of that to be found early in the day. We take you into tomorrow afternoon past the lunch hour, and you are going to see some shower and thunderstorm activity flaring up. Future radar suggesting higher chances of that, maybe out towards the shoals, and a lower chance as we head over towards Sand Mountain. That threat for a shower or thunderstorm will linger into the early evening hours, and then with the loss of daytime heating, that goes away Friday night into early Saturday. Saturday afternoon, still some wet weather in the forecast, but less rain than what we'll likely pick up tomorrow. Only a handful of showers Saturday afternoon. Again, they go away with the loss of daytime heating, and right now Sunday, even fewer showers are expected. So you see kind of the trend here. Tomorrow, probably our best chance for a little bit of wet weather in a few spots, but not everywhere, for at least the next week or so. Towards the end of next week, I think we pick the rain and storm chances back up again, as there will be a little bit of a pattern shift heading into early August around here. Tonight, we're warm and muggy, down into the mid-70s for your lows. Tomorrow, already at 82 at 8, 86 at 10. And we will be back in the low 90s tomorrow afternoon. Again, your best chance for shower or thunderstorm will be during the afternoon hours, and it looks like primarily out towards the northwest quarter of the state. Breeze will be light out of the south tomorrow, just under 10 miles per hour. Here's your feels like numbers. Already running into the upper 90s by lunchtime, and we will make it into the low 100s. That's not heat advisory criteria. We'll stay below that 105 mark, but still, it'll be a bit uncomfortable with the humidity in play again on your Friday. 93 for the high in Huntsville, 92 in Decatur and Scottsboro. We'll go 90 in Guntersville and Moulton, and 91 out towards the Shoals. Again, a better chance for a little bit of wet weather there to provide some afternoon relief from the heat. 30% your rain chance tomorrow, drops to 20% Saturday, probably even below that on Sunday. Temperatures will start to creep back up over the weekend. We're talking mid-90s Saturday and Sunday, and then look at that. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week will likely be the hottest days. We will have a reasonably good chance at seeing triple digits in some areas before it's all said and done. And again, it will feel well above 100 when you add in the humidity. Again, rain chances stay pretty low through the middle of next week, but then they do start to pick back up again. late next week into the following weekend, and you can see the temperature trend. It's downward. It's not comfortable. It's still around 90 and still humid, but that beats being close to 100 with, again, that feels like temperature that could be hovering near 110 by next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be praying for that rain by the time it gets to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll need it at that point as well. This sort of heat really can dry things out quickly also.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jeff. And we'll be